And once again, what is up, my fellow patriots? How are y'all doing out there in America, land of the free, home of the brave? Me, the Wicked Wizard, back with another video. We got some bombshell news going out there, friends. Obama, treason, yes, proof has been dropped. Before we get into this, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, share this video far and wide, and please sub up to all my channels. I am being shadow banned so badly because my videos are just awesome and they hate when this information gets out. So help me out so we can continue to make these videos. And now let's get into this. So yeah, Obama turned the FBI into the KGB. Well, basically, what happened was, right, after 2016, do you remember when they came out with the Russia collusion hoax? Well, old Tulsi Gabbard here has dropped the receipts. Let's take a look.
Yeah, thank you so much, Sean. This is such an important issue, and I just want to start by saying that this is an issue that is important to every single one of us as Americans. This is not a partisan issue. It has to do with the integrity and the strength of our democratic republic. And it lays out this over 100 documents that you're referencing that I released, declassified and released, spells out in great detail exactly what happens when you have some of the most powerful people in our country directly leading at the helm, President Obama and his senior-most national security cabinet, James Comey, John Brennan, James Clapper, and Susan Rice and others, essentially making a very intentional decision to create this manufactured, politicized piece of intelligence with the objective of subverting the will of the American people.
That's
who
right.
In November of 2016 delivered a historic victory to President Trump, defeating Hillary Clinton. And President Obama and his team, their goal was to essentially not accept the decision of the American people, and to use this manufactured, politicized intelligence as a means to enact what would become essentially a years-long coup against President Trump. You have gone into great detail over these years of what the effects of this document and this decision have resulted in. Obviously, a years-long Mueller investigation that cost taxpayers almost $40 million, 2 congressional impeachments, endless smears and attacks against not only President Trump, but his family. He had senior members of his team who were investigated, some arrested and jailed. We had heightened and increased tensions between the United States and Russia. The list goes on and on about the consequences of President Obama and his senior cabinet members politicizing intelligence once again, and I say these words very clearly, to enact what was essentially a years-long coup, subverting the will of the American people in that election in November. Now, you referenced this President's Daily Brief document.
Yep. So Tulsi Gabbard over here brings the receipts. Tulsi Gabbard appeared on Fox News and confirmed what the American people already knew, that Obama and senior officials around him attempted a coup. That's right. This is treason, folks. You're damn right it's treason. It's time to see these people put on trial. Hold them at Alcatraz until they see a judge. Hold them accountable. I could not agree more. That is right. That is what you shithead, commie, scumbag lefties over there at the very top, from Obama to Comey to Brennan to Clapper, all of you commie, Democrat shitheads tried to subvert the will of the American people because you didn't like the outcome of an election, so you tried to attempt a coup to remove Donald Trump and subvert the will of the American people. Yeah, so let's go over here to Tulsi Gabbard's page over here. Of course, as you know, I don't know if you know, but you should, that she's the Director of National Intelligence. She's got access to the goods, folks. Oh, yeah. So this is kind of how it played out, right? So the creation of the Russia hoax kind of goes like this. A real intel assessment came out. Russia and criminal actors did not impact recent U.S. election results by conducting cyber attacks on infrastructure. right? And then Donald Trump wins the 2016 election. So they had this hoax all in the barrel before Donald Trump was elected. And then when Donald Trump was elected, oh no, it came out that there was no interference, right? So here we go, December 8th. Obama has a briefing pulled, right? The intelligence pulls the product that contradicts a Russian hoax narrative that was supposed to go to Obama. They scratched that so it wouldn't be in the record. And Obama, he knew what it said, but they never actually delivered it so it got on the record. Next day, December 9th. Secret Russia meeting. Obama officials meet to plan Russia hoax. And of course, you got shitheads like Comey, Obama, Brennan, Clapper, Susan Rice, all of the top level, highest positions in the country all got together and decided they didn't like Donald Trump, so they're going to subvert the will of the American people and commit a crime and try to overthrow a duly elected president. This, my friends, is the very definition of the word treason. And I don't know if you know what the penalty for treason is, but usually it's like swinging on the end of a rope, if you know what I mean. And oh yeah. And I hope these people are shitting in their pants right now. Oh, then after this meeting, December 9th, Obama order, the intelligence community begins outlining new assessments to claim the election was hacked one day after they're told it wasn't, right? Oh, wow. Oh, right. So then what happens? Deep state leaks. So these idiots all go to Washington Post and NBC, New York Times. They leak all this stuff out. And then they go, hey, look at this. There's a report in the Washington Post. Oh, yeah, the New York Times confirmed the report. Oh, even NBC News confirms it. But it came from them. There was no report. It came from them. They made it up. They lied. All right. And then fake weaponized assessment, suppressed prior intelligence, showing Russia lacked intent and capability to hack the 2016 election. But the Russia hoax was born, made up by the Obama administration with Obama leading the way. Oh, yeah. Right? This is exactly what needs to happen to Obama. And I would be happy if it did happen and put him into Alcatraz Island. Wouldn't that be sweet? Because I doubt we're going to get him to, swing. But anyway, here is a little bit more.
People who did not want to accept the will of the American people in electing Donald Trump in 2016 and therefore cooked up this treasonous conspiracy to, again, try to effectively...
Right here, Obama knows that he is already setting up Donald Trump. The whole plan was in place the whole time. This piece of shit knew it, and he's standing there smiling with Trump like he's a good man. No, pal. No, you're not a good man in any way, shape, or form.
And they did effectively launch a years-long coup against the sitting president of the United States.
Director Gabbard, I'm glad you used the word coup. I also, in some of your reports,
it is a coup.
The word treason has come up.
It is treason.
We're seeing a lot of things coming to light these days, and it's very encouraging for Americans, especially this report, which so many of us knew this was a hoax. But this goes all the way to the top.
We all knew.
I mean, this goes all the way to Barack Obama. Will we actually see someone as high up as Barack Obama?
Now, that's the question of the day, isn't it?
Be accountable, maybe face criminal charges. Is that a possibility here based on the documents that you've released?
Yeah, Rachel, the seriousness of, again, the implications and the consequences of these actions that were taken demand accountability. The American people not only deserve the truth and accountability,
That's right.
When we look at the future of our country as a democratic republic and the American people's ability to have faith that when they go and cast a vote at the ballot box, that the will of the people will be respected by those in government, whether they be Democrats or Republicans, this is literally what is at stake here. So we are referring all of our documents to the Department of Justice for the purpose of accountability and action. No one, no matter who they are, no matter how high up they are or how powerful they may be, no matter who the intelligence officials or professionals were who were a part of this treasonous conspiracy. There must be accountability. The truth must be shown to the American people in order to ensure that there is this faith and trust and integrity in our democratic republic for the sake of the future of our country.
Yep, that is absolutely right. For the sake of our country, y'all. Sake of our country. No one's above the law, right? How many times do we hear the Democrats say that? And, oh yeah, here you go. Here's a true patriot, Tulsi Gabbard. You know she was a Democrat, right? And the Democrats just messed with her and messed with her and messed with her. They put her on the no-fly list, or not the no-fly list, I forget the name of the program, but anytime she would fly, they would have a U.S. Marshal on board. As a matter of fact, did you all know that there's a program, the Skies program or something, where they put U.S. Marshals on different planes and stuff? But you know what Biden did after January 6th? He stopped that program and took all those people that did that, the U.S. Air Marshals and stuff, and directed those resources to only go onto planes that anybody that they found that flew into Washington, D.C. on or around January 6th, they were all on the same list as Tulsi Gabbard. That's what they did with the resources. They didn't worry about terrorists or anybody else or, trying to find anybody. No, they were going and investigating Americans that were in Washington, D.C. on or around January 6th. Right? Yep, Tulsi Gabbard. Here we go. Check it out. Their goal was to usurp President Trump and subvert the will of the American people. No matter how powerful, every person involved in this conspiracy must be investigated and prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. Yeah, you just heard us say that, right? That is absolutely true. Here's one more. Let's check this one.
Fox News alert, we just got a peek inside Obama's black book, and it turns out Barack knew the Russia hoax was a hoax all along, but pushed it anyway to sabotage the Trump presidency. DNI Tulsi Gabbard declassifying pages and pages of documents, showing Obama's intel guys briefed him just weeks after the 2016 election that the Russians didn't actually sway the election. Quote, we assessed that Russian and criminal actors did not impact the recent U.S. election results. Criminal activity also failed to reach the scale and sophistication necessary to change election outcomes. But Obama just couldn't accept that. So he and his staff instructed intel agencies to cook up new reports to support Russia collusion. Quote, after the meetings, Clapper's executive assistant emailed intelligence community leaders, tasking them to create a new intelligence community assessment per the president's request that detailed the tools Moscow used and actions it took to influence the 2016 election. Tulsi Gabbard described what she found as a conspiracy to subvert the will of the American people.
That's what
and
it was.
She says the people involved should be prosecuted.
Absolutely.
And has made a criminal referral to the Department of Justice.
Come on, Pam Bondi.
We knew Hillary created the dossier, and now we have proof that Barack was calling the shots.
That's right.
And the documents to prove it.
Yep. That is absolutely. Yep, so that's absolutely right. You seen that, you heard that. Dishonored renegade traitor right there. Your boy Obama. Your polished boy Obama. You know, the guy that had gay sex in limos and did crack cocaine with people who came and told everybody about what happened. Yeah, that dude that was born in Kenya. Yeah, him. He's a traitor. A traitor. You understand? He tried to overthrow the will of the American people and oust our sitting president, Donald J. Trump. Yeah, if Trump did something like that, what do you think the reaction would be from you shithead lefties? From the mainstream media, you'd be calling for his head on a plate. Well, guess what? So are we. You can report it any way you like, but at the end of the day, man, I'm hoping to see some Alcatraz, actual Alcatraz Island. That's where he deserves to go. Actually, he deserves a little bit more, but I'll settle for that. And anyway, so tell me what you think. We have the proof, and if you want to see the proof, all you gotta do is go over here to where's our page? All you gotta do is go over here to Tulsi Gabbard's page. And there are a slew of documents that have been declassified. So get on Twitter, look up Tulsi Gabbard, and go view the evidence for yourself. You don't have to believe me. Just go view it. And yeah, so where do you want to see Obama? Should he get a pass? You think that? Should he be in Alcatraz? Should it be something worse? Do you think that we're finally proven right? Because I know we are. And hey, wait till we get to 2020 election, boys. So we're finally seeing some things get moving along here, and it's going to be glorious, man. We got almost 4 years left. Just imagine the things that are going to be unveiled, exposed, all of their crimes. Man, this is going to be an everyday occurrence coming soon, and some people will get locked up. That's a guarantee. Until next time, my fellow patriots, peace out. Thank the good Lord for Donald J. Trump. We almost lost our entire country to these lefty commie shitheads. And have a good night, folks. Have a good night.